So the big question is this: how do women over 30 struggling to lose weight and or looking to tone and lose unwanted body fat in those stubborn areas like the midsection, love handles, thighs, and upper arms, how do they build their dream bodies and keep their results long-term without surgery and without feeling like the only way to make it happen is to eat cardboard and broccoli the rest of their life? That is what this podcast is all about, and each episode is full of proven strategies that you can apply right away to create your dream body, allowing you to look younger, feel younger, and skyrocket your confidence. Welcome to the Transformation Secrets for Women podcast. So are you ready to break free from the stagnant results that most diets and exercise programs deliver? Today, I'm going to uncover why most diets and weight loss programs just don't work long-term and how to break out of that stagnant results cycle. Also, at any time, please feel free to go ahead, click right down below or head over to midsectionmelt.com to claim your complimentary midsection treatment and your clinical consultation with us, where if we don't deliver you measurable results on the spot, we'll actually pay you $50 for your time. Hey, it's Trev Bucheri, America's favorite weight loss and targeted fat loss expert. With my personalized data-driven program, I've helped over 25,000 patients lose well over 500,000 pounds and reshape their midsection, their thighs, and their upper arms. And now I'm here to share these same transformation secrets with you. And in this podcast, I'm going to explain why most diets and exercise plans just don't work. So let's get started. So I will say all the time, we have patients saying that they're on this program and that program, but they're not moving with their progress at the pace that they would like to. And then when we present to them our solution to nutrition and movement, we hear things like, hey, I'm already on a nutrition and exercise program. Can I use that with your program? Or, I have my own nutrition and exercise. Can I still follow that with your program? Or, hey, you know what? I already know what to do for exercise and nutrition. I don't need that. And I can't help but think to myself, am I missing something? And coming from a place, from someone who has absolutely struggled with my own weight since I've been 12 years old, and I mean this with the absolute utmost of love and respect, but it's not working. It's not working for you. You just told me that you know what to do, and you told me that you eat healthy and you exercise regularly, and then in the same breath you've mentioned that your results are not moving at the pace that you'd like them to, and you are at a position where you want to be losing 30 pounds, you want to flatten and tone your midsection, you want to lose inches in your thighs and define your jawline and really flatten your chin area. And let me say this, I completely understand where you're at. But really the question is, well, why? Why is there this resistance? Why is there this belief that I'm already on my way, I already know what to do? And really from my experience, this is what I found, is that 99% of nutrition or diet protocols, however you want to call them out there, are unsustainable. And yes, I've done over 35 myself, and I have all this documented. And here's the thing is, they all work, all right? They all work up front, but the fact is that they don't work for 99% of people's lifestyle long term, which is really the only thing that counts, because I'm sure that you'll agree, if something isn't actually going to work for our lifestyle, it isn't a good long-term solution. It's really only setting us up for ups and downs, the highs and lows of weight loss and weight gain back. And for years, it was really a mystery of me to how we can actually differentiate what I do from others, because every single person knows that if we eat better and we eat healthier foods and we move more, that leads to better results. But the fact is that it just doesn't happen, and the reason is because the approaches that I've taken in the past and that I see my patients take literally every single day are not doable on a day-to-day basis long term. And like I said, that's why I said I completely understand, because I've been through all the hoops. I've done all the nutrition programs that I had high hopes for, that I thought were going to be my saving grace, my long-term result. But again, where it led to was I would get results, and then I would break. I would get to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to pull my hair out, and I just retracted and went back to my old ways, and I would gain weight. And then I would find a new saving grace, holy grail, and I would start losing weight on it, and I would reach my point of I can't do this anymore, and I would rebel and I would gain weight, and it was that. In fact, we just had a patient yesterday who came in and mentioned that she knows that if she starts tracking her macros, that the weight will come off. Hey, I know exactly what to do. I just need to start tracking my macros. And you know what? She's absolutely correct about that. However, the truth is that it hasn't happened. She hasn't done that, and most likely it's not going to happen because of the fact that she already knows what to do and has not implemented that knowledge already. And I want to be clear that this is not a jab in any way, shape, or form. This is really just truly an indication of the fact that although tracking macros works, because I've done it before, it absolutely works, it's not a sustainable lifestyle option because it is all consuming. And that is the reason why she hasn't done it, was because of the fact that, oh, it's going to take, okay, I just got to get myself prepared for this and I need to do this, that's not easy to implement. It's not easy to actually understand, and therefore it's not a great long-term solution because it is all consuming. And with our busy lifestyles, with most of us have, it just doesn't work. So the question is, well, what's the solution? And like I said, after doing over 35 diets, 35 different nutrition programs, I will say, and you know it, diets suck. They don't work. That said, they all work in the short term, and that's really it, not for the long term. And the solution that we've used with over 25,000 patients to help them lose over 500,000 pounds is not a diet. It's taste-centered, clean eating. And really what I did was I took the best of the best protocols that I had success with in the short term, and I said, well, how can I utilize that to actually put together a program really for myself and for my patients that's going to actually enable us to do this for the long term? All right. And I said, well, what does it need to start with? It needs to start with taste first. We need to have the feeling that nothing is missing, all right, that we're not missing out on anything. We don't have FOMO. We're not restricting ourselves from going out. We actually know how to eat at restaurants. We're able to eat at restaurants. We're not feeling like we're sustaining that we're like, oh my gosh, how much longer, like the donut's sitting right in front of my face type feeling. I'm sustaining. We don't feel like we're torturing ourselves, again, because the taste is there. We feel like, oh my gosh, I could do this long term. It's really the feeling of like, am I sure this is good for me? That's where taste first comes into play. And that's where it's all about taste-centered, clean eating, because there's this belief that it has to taste bad for it to actually be good for us. And that's really what I'm convinced why people are adverse to, say, getting into, any type of nutrition program other than what they're currently doing, because of the fact that, well, what would be the only reason is because we all like to eat things that taste great to us, all right? And when we think about a diet, usually it doesn't taste great to us. Therefore, we're adverse to it. So taste first is the number one thing. Then next comes time efficiency. Time efficiency, because all of us have busy schedules, all right? And 10-minute meal prep is the number one thing. If it's more than 10 minutes for a meal prep, it is not in our program. So it needs to taste amazing, and it needs to be able to be prepared in 10 minutes, because otherwise, the large majority of people don't love to cook. Some people love to, and if you want to spend more time at it, absolutely have at it. That's fantastic. That's the minority, not the majority. The majority would be like, hey, if I can get in and out in 10 minutes, I'm all for it. That's fantastic. So time efficiency is huge with meal preparation. Next is going to be the whole family is going to want to eat it. I did many different protocols where I would have to, fix something for myself, and then we'd be preparing something separate for the rest of the family and the kids to eat here. And it was like, okay, cooking twice every single day, how does this actually work? We can say, well, you got to be disciplined. If you really want it, you got to go for it. But does that really fit into anyone's lifestyle long term? I have not seen any patients who are all about that, myself included. So it needs to be whole family cognizant. And the issue we have right now is we cook the meal and my kids eat all the food. So we just have to cook more. But again, better problem to have, saves us less time. Like I mentioned, it cannot be a diet, because diet screams restriction. It needs to be clean eating, kind of just like we talked about. Yes, I said this point again, but it's that important. All right. And it also needs to be able to be done anywhere at any time, meaning that whether you're traveling, if it's, hey, we have a dinner date with friends this weekend, or I can't go because I'm on this thing. It can't be that, because after a while, we're going to rebel to get out of that. All right. So it needs to be restaurant approved, at any restaurant, to where you can go anywhere and you know exactly what to get and you're empowered. You're not nervous. You're excited to go. So now let's actually get back to that original question of, can you actually use your nutrition and exercise program in conjunction with what we do, for example, as many patients actually ask us? And the answer really is that we really can't guarantee results with what we don't know and what we haven't measured. and what we give has been proven over and over and over and over again. Our program is really based upon our own extensive research and proven results. We have worked with over 25,000 individual patients, and we've helped them collectively lose well over 500,000 pounds, approaching 600,000 pounds. And we've learned so many valuable insights into what works and what doesn't when it comes to weight loss and targeted fat loss results here. And our program is really designed to optimize weight loss and targeted fat loss by really tailoring it specifically to each patient's individual needs, because weight loss is not a one-size-fits-all approach. I need a different prescription than you may, than Barbara may, than Jennifer may, okay? Each person's body is unique, and each person's process of losing is unique. And what works for one person may not work for another. And thinking that it does is only just speculation. And our program really takes into account each individual's specific data using our My Data system, which is a system that we used, which we collect everyone's individual data to be able to then see what is working and what's not. And we're able to then customize their program specifically to them based upon the data, not just speculative guessing. All right. And we're able to then maximize success. So my answer is, if you prefer to stick with your own nutrition and exercise program, I completely respect that with your decision. However, I just ask that you please consider and keep an open mind and consider incorporating some of the proven strategies that we actually have to give to you that you could actually bring into your existing routine. I believe that our expertise and our experience can really complement and enhance your efforts and really just lead to an overall better result with your weight loss journey in the short term and especially in the long term, because that is the only term that really, really counts. All right, so there you have it. Now you know exactly why most diets and weight loss programs just don't work long term and how to break that cycle. So thank you so much for joining me. Please go ahead, click right down below, or head over to midsectionmelt.com to claim your complimentary midsection treatment and also your clinical consultation with us, where if we don't deliver you measurable results on the spot, we'll actually pay you $50 for your time. And also, I'd so appreciate if you please follow or subscribe. Again, I'm Trev Bucheri. Thank you so much for investing your time with me, and give your best to the rest of your day. Take care. Thank you so much for listening today. And if you found value here, please go ahead and follow or subscribe. And also, please take a moment to share it with anyone you feel would benefit. Now, also, don't forget, as your free gift just for listening, you're able to claim your complimentary midsection treatment and clinical consultation with a value of over $250, where if we don't deliver you measurable results on the spot, we actually pay you $50 for your time. Simply go to midsectionmelt.com. That's midsectionmelt.com. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.